This video is to help you with the hitch peg in Inventor. So we have this little diagram of a cutaway of a sort of a bolt that will attach the magnet to the back of the train. The overall height is 0.65. The height underneath the cap is 0.5. The diameter of the primary cylinder is 0.25. The diameter of the cap is 0.4. And the surface radius, or the arc of the dome, is 0.208. So those are the numbers we'll need. Now, we're going to start by drawing an outline of just this shaded area right here. That's what we're going to start with. So we go to Inventor and click on standard.ipt. And then when it opens up, as usual, we go to Start 2D Sketch. Choose a sketch plane. And we're going to start by drawing a line. And this line needs to be vertical. So if you kind of hover, and when you see the indicator show up that you have a vertical line, then you can click it. Here I'm moving the line around until I get the indicator that tells me it's perpendicular, which is what I want. And I'm going to click. I'm going to go straight up, and I need to get a parallel line. So this one should also be perpendicular to the base. And I'm going to click, and then I'm going to bring out just a little bit. And that's all I'm going to put on right now. So I'm going to right click, OK. So I'm going to set some dimensions before I do this final arc. You just have to trust me that that's going to work out better for everyone. Let's go look back at the dimensioning. So I know the tallest part should be 0.65. So that means my tallest line, the center of the bolt, is 0.65. And I know that the dimension underneath the cap is 0.5. No. Is that right? 0.5? Let's double check. Yes, 0.5. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. So try and stay with me. If the diameter of this bottom cylinder, the diameter is 0.25. And what I have here is half of the diameter. So this is the radius. So if I don't want to do the math, I can type in 0.25/2. And it gives me a 0.125 as the total distance. And once again, I'm creating this half of the bolt. That's why I didn't use the total diameter. The same thing is going to be true of this little piece here. The 0.4, well, I'm not using the entire diameter. I'm only using the radius. So from the end point to here should be 0.2, or half of 0.4. And that is all I need to do. So I've got my heights of my interior and exterior lines. I've got my distance of the cap to the center. And I've got my distance of the outside of the cylinder to the center. The last thing that I need to do, I'm going to hit escape. I want to drag this number down a little bit out of the way. The last thing I need to do is put an arc connecting these two points to give us that dome. So I'm going to go to arc, and I'm going to choose a 3-point arc. So in a 3-point arc, which is different from a center point arc, we're going to click on one endpoint. We're going to click on a second endpoint, make sure it turns green. And then I can move my mouse, not holding anything, just hover. And I can set how much I want it to bow outward. We don't want a bubble like that. We want a gentle curve, maybe like that. And now we can set the surface radius, which was 0.208. And that is the curvature that we want. So I'm going to finish sketch here. And I've only created part of the bolt. I've only created a profile of a section so that I can use the revolve tool. So we're not going to extrude, we're going to revolve. Now, to revolve, it just means to go around, right? To go around some sort of center axis. So the profile was already selected for us. Now we need to select the axis around which it should revolve. And that will be this taller axis here. And now it has spun all the way around, creating this bolt. The final piece of this was to chamfer the bottom edge at 0.145. We did that before in one of the other parts we created. We'll have to zoom in. And you click on chamfer. And we want to choose distance and angle. And the distance was 0.01 at a 45. Choose the face. So the face, you can choose the bottom. And then the edge is this edge here. And that chamfers. Let's zoom in so you can see how it chamfers the bottom here. Click apply. And that is the hitch magnet. That's all we need. Let's add some color. Go up to the color wheel in the middle. I have a green hitch magnet. So what's going to go good with green? I can do maybe, if I want to, you know what? Let's do black, not block, black. And there's a lot of good, the anodized is nice. There's dark black chrome. There's a glossy black and a glaze. So there's a lot of options here with different black base colors and then some effects that go with that. You can do the smoked black. That might look good. That's almost like glass, tinted glass. The masonry, iron. That's a good one. If you want to stick with the train theme, I think I'm going to save that for the wheels. Yeah, so if I'm going to do black on the wheels, I'm not going to do black on the hitch magnet. Let's do chrome. Yeah, ooh, I like this. The blue chrome. Let's choose that one. And then click on the part name. And then click on the color that you've chosen. And that's it. So now I'm going to go to File, Save As. And this is Train Hitch Peg. And click OK. And that's it for the train hitch peg.